this is how to properly strip and roll your flags. All right, to start off, the flag is all loose and stuff. You take whichever hand you prefer, doesn't really matter. Sometimes we strip the flag in a routine, and at that point it will matter, but for now you can pick either left or right. I would try it with both, just because I always encourage doing everything with left and right hand. But anyway, so you grab at the top, you just wrap your hand around at the top, and you pull all the way to the tab. With the hand that was at the tab already, you wrap your index finger around it, then you pull the remaining silk out, bring it to your hand, and there you go. This is called balling. We don't always ball. Sometimes we leave it just like that, but sometimes we ball the silk. And that's stripping. Well, that's one way of stripping. Sometimes when we put it down, how we strip it is just like this. If it's all loose, bring it all the way down, grab with your index finger, pull the silk all the way out that's remaining, but bring it to the top and meet at the very top. And then we generally put it down whenever we do strip like this. But yeah, this is one way of stripping. The most common way is this, and the second most common is this, so that we can put it down. Another way to strip your pole is for it to be all loose and stuff, and for us to go the opposite way, start from the tab and pull all the way to the top. This style of stripping is used more in routines than any of those other two. But yeah, that is another way of stripping. Let's get to one last way to strip your flag. And we do this at hot practices when the sun's beating down and the poles get hot. So what you do is you start at the top, strip all the way to the tab, grab it with that index finger, then strip all the way down the pole, and then we call this covering your poles. But you place the pole on the ground, make sure the silk is covering every bit of that pole, and with this little bit, there, now you can see it, this little bit that's left at the end, you tuck it under that stopper so your whole pole is covered and you don't burn your hands. But yeah, that is stripping. Those are all the ways that we strip. The flag, that is. All right, now rolling your flag. Everyone has a different means of rolling their flag. Some people are lazy about it, some people are not. I prefer you to not be lazy. That way the silks don't get all wrinkly and stuff. But this is the most common way of rolling your flag. You start flat. I bring it to my side just to make it a little easier. And I'm holding it with thumbs up towards the silk. And what I do is I roll it like it's a log or something. Just roll it. And the whole time you're rolling it with your other hand, you kind of do like that. Make sure that it's not all bunched up or something like that. You don't want bunching. You want it smooth, as smooth as you can get it. And you roll it a couple more times and do it again. Make sure it's nice and smooth. A couple more times. Straighten it out again. And another thing you don't want is when you are smoothing it out and rolling, you don't want the flag to keep coming down like this. I'll show you better what it is. So you want the bottom part of the flag to stay at the tab the whole time. You don't want it to start sinking down like that. So when that does happen, you'll find the top fold, that top end part, and just push it up. Just push it up so that you see the very bottom of the tab where that tape is, just the very bottom. That's where you want to keep it. But anyway, straighten it out, keep rolling, and when you're right at the end, straighten it out one last time, and there you go. Eventually, you will get pretty fast at it, and you'll just keep going and going, so it only takes a second. But yeah, that is the preferred way to roll your flag.